Yeah, there's been a couple of projects where, I start digging in and, I get to the point where it's like, oh, okay, there's a floor's not level or this is not right or something. And then the further in you dig, the more stuff is you start finding.
Yeah.
And, I've had workers or whatever who will just try and cover stuff up and, hope for the best.
Yeah.
And I can't work like that. If I see a problem, I would rather spend a little more, make a little less, but go in and fix the problem properly so that, the end buyer gets a good house or property, whatever it is.
Yeah.
And, it doesn't come back to bite me later
Yeah.
because, in the end, in this business, the only thing you really carry on is your integrity.
Mhm.
And, there's plenty of fly by night contractors and shady fix and flippers and, who'll put lipstick on a pig and try and make a big profit and walk away. But in the end, you only have your integrity. And if you want to be in the business long term, you got to do stuff the right way.
Welcome to the Real Estate Pros Show, where we interview real estate investing professionals from coast to coast, as well as the service providers that serve the real estate investing industry. Our goal is simple: share what's working now to help you improve and scale your business to the next level and meet the pros that can help you get there. Real Estate Pros is powered by Investor Fuel, America's leader in helping real estate investors and professionals build the business you need to live the life you've always dreamed of. Let's start today's show. Property insurance for real estate investors doesn't have to be difficult, but it does need to be there to protect you when you need it. MyInvestorInsurance.com not only provides insurance at 15 to 30% cheaper than traditional agencies, it's built specifically for real estate investors like you. You can set up an account in about 2 minutes, get quotes on properties, turn on and turn off insurance for your fix and flip or rental properties in around 2 minutes without having to talk to anyone directly, all through our portal. There's no better way or faster way to make sure you've got the coverage you need to protect you, and no more lengthy policies either. Once you're set up, you're billed monthly and prorated by the day for however long your policy is active. It's powered by MSI, the third largest independent MGA, with 1.5 million customers and more than $1 billion in cumulative premiums written. Get set up today in about 2 minutes at myinvestorinsurance.com/fuel.
Hello, everyone. Welcome to the Real Estate Pros Podcast. I am your host, Quentin Edmonds. Super excited to be here today. And as you can probably see, this man is sitting on his back porch. He has this beautiful backdrop, and I'm excited to talk to him today. This guy's done a little bit of everything. And what I love, we've been talking, what I love about him, he's very selective about the deals that he go after. He knows what he wants and he goes after what he wants. And so I'm so excited for us to get a chance to hear things from his perspective and from his lens. So I would like to introduce everyone to Mr. Frank Nolan. Mr. Frank, how you doing today?
I'm doing well. Thanks, Quentin. How you doing?
Oh man, I am doing great. Thank you so much for joining me. Thank you so much for the scenery in the background. It's very tranquil and peaceful. It's calming me. I don't know how you feel, but it's calming me just looking at your surroundings. And so I'm
It
excited,
comes in
man.
every day. That's Catalina Island right there in the background.
See that? See that? Absolutely. Man. It sounds like you're living a dream. That's what I want
It's
you to
very
do.
close.
I would love for you to take the listeners into your world. I would love for them to see things through your lens, from your perspective, from what it is that you
Mhm.
do, things that you're passionate about when it comes to real estate. And so if you don't mind, do just that. Take us into your world. Tell us what your main focus is these days and what markets are you operating in?
Okay. Well, just to go back a little further, before I got into real estate, I worked in the entertainment industry. I do play guitar and I sing, but I worked a lot in movies doing sound and post-production work. And in Hollywood, they need everything yesterday, and
Yeah.
so you work long hours. It can be fulfilling work, but in the end, you get burnt out pretty quickly. So I switched gears about 12 years ago, and started getting more into the real estate side of it. And I'd had a small multifamily property for about 10 years before that, and I thought, well, this could be a um, good vehicle to sort of switch into and make some money out of.
Yeah.
And for years, I had this like be in my bonnet about building something, and a property that I had, I ended up doing an addition on myself, and I didn't hire a contractor. I just kind of learned how to do stuff, and I actually hired people to do the work, but I was basically the contractor. So I got a good, ground up construction, for an addition on a house. I got a good education in that basically, and since then I've done several of them. But I started getting into the fix and flip, and realized that so many things can go wrong and so many things can cost you more than what you thought.
Stop living on an island and join the #1 mastermind in America for professional real estate investors. Investor Fuel is a community of hundreds of the nation's top investors working together to build stronger businesses and better lives. In addition to the amazing community of real estate investors acting as a board of advisors for one another, Investor Fuel members have access to 100% funding on purchase and repairs for our members only, a health insurance program, and benefits and discounts that more than pays for the membership of most of our members, meaning it's actually costing you money to not be a member of Investor Fuel. If you're looking to scale your business and build a business that allows you to live the life of your dreams, please visit investorfuel.com today and book a call with our team.
And so you really need to have a good understanding of everything that's required, whether it be putting down a foundation, a flooring, walls, everything that is needed in a house or in a construction project. You need to have a good basic understanding so that, A, you don't get taken advantage of by contractors, and B, you can kind of work out, well, okay, this place is going to need so much work and it's going to need this and it's going to need that, how much it's going to really cost me. And that's where the money is made, and knowing, how to work out a project budget and make sure that, you stay within that budget, or if you do go over, you've got a contingency built in there so that you're still going to make a profit. Because there's nothing worse than spending, 3-6 months or whatever, fixing up a property to sell. And, with all being said, as long as the market kind of stays where it was or goes up, and then you don't make any money, that's a real bummer. It's a waste of time. So doing projects that, you can work out, and, basically you've got to back end yourself in, as most investors know. You have to start from the after repaired value and work your way back, and then try and, get a property at a good price so that you can have a good profit there. Because even though, like, let's say you make $100,000 on a property that you flipped, you've still got taxes and all that to take out of that. So if you don't take all that into account, you could end up spending 6 months or more and basically working for minimum wage or less.
Absolutely. So now I think so. You've been an agent, you've been the investor, and you've been a contractor. Like you like, listen, I this is why I know the deals that I want, because I've been boots on the ground. And so, like you said, you've done it, pretty much kind of done it all in a sense. So I know that's not especially easy in this climate. So what is it that keeps kind of your machine running smoothly, your processes and your systems running smoothly?
Well, first off, they don't always run smoothly,
I was giving you the benefit of the doubt,
Yeah, I mean, most people probably understand that side of it, because you have so many different moving parts that, like if I don't hire a contractor, if I'm my own contractor and I hire workers, then, I have to make sure the workers are doing the job correctly. And, if I hire a contractor, which I have done on occasions, then I've got to make sure the contractor's making sure the workers get the job done properly. So, you're still going to be involved. If you just, throw someone in there and walk away and hope that it's going to be done by your date that you're looking to get it done by, and it's done right, chances are you're going to run into some issues and problems, so you've got to keep on top of it, or have a good, construction manager who knows all the ins and outs and can keep on top of stuff. And then you can just liaise with them. I'm not to that point yet. I hope to get to that point where I can hire someone to just, go and manage a project for me and make sure that they've, been communicating well with the contractor and getting things done the right way and on budget.
Absolutely. And so you've mentioned, you could pour money into this project. buy a building is $100,000, but then you got to make sure you got, the taxes. So you don't want to pour too much money in and it be, a losing deal. So I know you're used to kind of managing, I guess I can say, the risk or balancing out. So this kind of brings me to my question. There's moments when things get real, right? When something goes
Yeah.
sideways, a time when you have to pivot fast. And so do you have any stories like that at a time when you can remember you was in this thing and something kind of went off and you had to kind of pivot fast and adjust?
If you're looking for consistent, high-quality leads, look no further than Investor Machine. Investor Machine isn't just another agency, it's the most sophisticated, data-driven lead generation company on the planet for real estate investors, and serves the role of being not just a lead generator for your business, but a marketing partner that is helping you achieve your goals along the way. Go to investormachine.com to learn more and schedule a call with our team today.
Yeah, there's been a couple of projects where, I start digging in and, I get to the point where it's like, oh, okay, there's floor's not level, or this is not right or something. And then the further in you dig, the more stuff you start finding.
Yeah.
And, I've had workers or whatever who will just try and cover stuff up and, hope for the best.
Yeah.
And I can't work like that. If I see a problem, I would rather spend a little more, make a little less, but go in and fix the problem properly so that, the end buyer gets a good house or property, whatever it is.
Yeah.
And, it doesn't come back to bite me later because, in the end, in this business, the only thing you really carry on is your integrity.
Mm-hmm.
And, there's plenty of fly-by-night contractors and shady fix and flippers and, who'll put lipstick on a pig and try and make a big profit and walk away. But in the end, you only have your integrity. And if you want to be in the business long term, you got to do stuff the right way.
I mean, you hit the nail on the head for me because as you was talking, all I could think was this is what kind of separates people from the ones that dabble from the ones who's in it for the long term. And that's the
Yeah.
integrity. That's the way, doing it the right way, making sure the customer and the clients are getting what they pay for. And so you are absolutely right. That's the separating. Integrity is one of the key separating factors of people who stick around for a long time. And so I
Yeah.
definitely understand that for sure. So let me ask you
And on some
this.
deals,
Oh, no, please. Yeah, continue. Yes, sir.
I was going to say, on some deals when the more you've done and the more rehab you've done, whether, because a lot of people go in and do rehab carpet paint, maybe put a new kitchen cabinets or something like that and it's done. But, when you start moving walls and you start, having to level a floor or you tear a house back to the studs or you do an addition to it, you kind of get a good idea of, when you see a place, what sort of issues you may come up with. And, you kind of, in the end, you develop that skill to be able to sort of like know in advance, well, in a worst case scenario, this could happen with this. And so you budget for that and you work accordingly. And if it isn't as bad as what it was, well, then that's a bonus. If it is as bad as it was, then you've prepared for it. And so you don't have to do that immediate pivot kind of thing. That, okay, well, yeah, I expected that to happen.
Yeah.
So that's, I think, one of the big things is always expect the unexpected. Because if you don't, and it, you get a curveball thrown at you, you'll get hit in the head pretty hard with it.
If you're a new or newer real estate investor looking to launch or grow your real estate investing business, please check out Investor Fuel Club. It's a coaching community, but unlike anything you've ever seen before. And you can actually partner with members of our mastermind from coast to coast on deals right in your market. There's no better opportunity to build a consistent business than to literally partner with pros to help you avoid costly mistakes, avoid the need for capital to do deals, and help you eliminate your fears as you're starting your business. Learn more about Investor Fuel Club at investorfuel.com/club.
Absolutely. You're absolutely right. If you ain't ready for it, don't see it coming. You can't brace the impact for sure.
Exactly.
Absolutely. Well, listen, let me ask you this. What are you most focused on solving or scaling next? What's the next real goal for you?
The next real goal is kind of going a lot bigger in a bigger way. I have some people that I've been talking with and working with, and we're looking at doing a lot bigger projects.
Yeah.
So it'll be, raising more funds, doing a bigger turnaround projects and bigger long-term hold projects.
Yeah.
So the fix and flip sort of thing or wholesaling or whatever, it brings in a few dollars and that sort of stuff. But the long term is to get back into more of the, long-term hold projects, that are, they may not be as, like huge cap rates or anything like that, but it's long-term stability.
Absolutely. Nope. Makes
And
total,
especially if you can
total.
get them at if you can get, badly managed or run down large apartment complexes, RV parks, things
Yeah.
that can be good long-term holds, but if you can get them at a right price when they've been run down or whatever, and then put some money in, you know, put some capital in at the start to get it back up to a nice stage, and then have them long-term rentals.
Absolutely. I love it, man. I love it. That's big. I love the fact that you think about going big, doing things in a bigger way, raising more funds. I'm looking for those long-term haul projects. Like I
Yeah,
I absolutely love it. I think that's a good pivot, a good next move. And we know like the next move we can either compound things or create total chaos depending on how we play it. But it sounds like to me you are a person again that know what you want. You got your systems in place and you're going after it. And I absolutely love it. And there's no doubt in my mind that you're going to reach those goals. Now, I know a lot of people that are listening that either early in their journey or starting to level up. And I think they'll benefit from hearing this. When it comes to building relationships and growing your network, what's made the biggest difference for you?
being upfront and honest with people. If you're starting out, there's the old saying, "Fake it till you make it." But a lot of people that have been in the business for a long time, they can see through that.
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
and you can fake it to a certain point, but I think you still got to just be honest and upfront. If you need help with something or um, you need funding from people, it's all about the relationships, like you said, and building them in such a way that, honesty and integrity is the foundation of it. That'll take you a long way.
Yeah.
And also, um, when needing money for deals, I think a pivot for me, a switch for me was that I'm not asking for money. I'm offering people an investment opportunity because there's a lot of people out there with money and they don't know how to do any of this stuff or they don't want to do any of this stuff. They just want to put their money somewhere where it's going to grow and they're going to make some money from it.
Yeah.
And when you can offer them an investment opportunity like that pays them well, and whether they want to put it in for a long haul or a short term 6 to 12 month turnaround and make some
Yeah.
money off that, you've got to be upfront about what you're doing and what you can do for them. Because like the old saying, "What's in it for me?" It's like, well, people are interested in what's in it for them. And, if you can show that, your investment opportunity is a good vehicle for them, then they're more likely to invest with you. And as long as, if you haven't done a lot of deals and you're new coming into the business, you can still offer an investment opportunity and say, well, look, I haven't done a real lot of this, but here's what I've done, or here's what I'm
Yeah.
about to do. And if need be, partner with someone who has done it and can, help shepherd it through. And then people will be a lot more inclined to give you money.
Yeah. Yeah. No, absolutely. You're
And
absolutely
also,
right,
there's
man.
also a lot of, there's a lot of uh, hard money lenders and stuff like that where you can go to.
Yeah.
But it's going to cost you a bit, and you've just got to factor that into the project.
No, yeah, you're absolutely right, man. You can't fake that. Relationships are everything in this space. Making the right connection, making the right partnerships go a very, very long way in this business for sure. And so you're
Yeah.
absolutely correct. Um, yeah, Mr. Frank. So listen, before we wrap, if someone wanted to reach out to you, connect with you, maybe collaborate and learn more about what you're doing, What's the best way for them to reach out to you?
They can shoot me an email. Probably the easiest one is fjnolan@yahoo.com.
There it is.
So F is in Frank, J is in John, Nolan @yahoo.com.
Absolutely, absolutely. Well, there it is. Listen, Mr. Frank Nolan, I just want to say thank you, sir. Thank you for your time. Thank you for your
Hey,
perspective,
thank
for
you,
your
Quentin.
stories. Thank you for the beautiful view behind you. This is great. I thank you for taking us into your world and allowing us to peek through your lens. And so it was a pleasure, sir.
Thank you, Quentin. It's great to be
Absolutely.
here.
Yes, sir. And so to everyone else tuning in, listen, if you found value from this, please make sure you are subscribed. You do not want to miss out on great conversations like we had today with Mr. Frank Nolan. So, Mr. Frank, thank you again. And to everyone else, we will see you on the next time.
Thanks for joining us for today's Real Estate Pros Show. You can learn more about the amazing benefits of the Investor Fuel Mastermind community, including surrounding yourself with hundreds of other rock stars, 100% financing for your deals, and members-only discounts from vendors you're likely already using that, as a member of Investor Fuel, will save you more than the cost of your membership. Visit investorfuel.com to learn more. If you're interested in joining us as a guest of this show, please visit investorfuel.com/pros to apply. You can also check the show notes for access to free resources, how to get access to world-class lead generation, and much more. Don't forget to subscribe so you never miss another episode. Have a great day. We'll see you on the next show.